Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marima for those of you that don't know me. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be filming kind of like a what I eat in a day video when I am trying to lose weight. I am in the process of trying to lose some extra weight. And I want to say it's holiday weight, but it's not holiday weight, honestly. It's kind of been like a year since I've been eating whatever it is that I wanted. About a year ago, me and my fiance, we went traveling for a little while, and I think I just kind of established some really, really bad eating habits. You know, when we were traveling, we ate out all the time. I wasn't overly careful about how much I was eating. I wasn't really going to the gym consistently, sorry. I wasn't going to the gym consistently. I was drinking way too much. And over the year that we've been back, we've also moved. So taking care of myself and self-care has kind of taken a backseat, and it hasn't really been prioritized. But all of that is about to change because in the new year, in 2019, I am going to be trying to kind of prioritize self-care. I'm going to try to lose some weight and just get back into fitting into my normal clothes, because right now I'm even struggling to do that. And yeah, with that being said, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I am looking to eat about 12 to 1500 calories, which is perfectly safe for my activity level. Obviously, if you want to know how much you should be eating to lose weight safely, there's tons of tools online for you to do that. Just to give you an idea, I do work from home. So I do, I work a desk job, I work from home. I don't even have like the usual get into my office, go walk to the office, blah, 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 or take the SkyTrain or whatever. I get out of bed, I brush my teeth, I work, I have coffee, I sit all day. So for me, the 1200 calories is perfectly sufficient and safe. On days that I do go to the gym, I am going to be aiming to eat around 1500 calories because I do think that you should eat those calories back. And I realize that, if I continue on with these videos, I kind of like almost have to stick to it a little bit more. And obviously I'm not perfect. I know I've said that in my previous videos, but I'm not striving to eat like that every single day. So if some of you out there see me eating a cookie, that's okay. I'm still gonna eat a cookie. I'm still gonna eat a burger occasionally. But it's about making those small little changes and those small day-to-day choices. And eventually and building better habits. And yes, even if it takes me like 7 months to lose like 15, 20 pounds, that's okay, because I'm not really doing anything crazy that I feel like isn't sustainable for me. Anyways, I'm really honestly rambling, and I feel like there's so much to say because when it comes to the topic of weight loss and calories and whether you should eat meat or whether you shouldn't eat meat, it's such a broad topic that I could honestly go on forever, and I'm going to try not to do that. So please be kind and just acknowledge that everybody has different opinions. And yeah, and I am the type of person who watches YouTube videos all the time. So if you guys are anything like me, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment on my videos. Is anybody else in like the weight loss struggle life? I mean, I'm sure people can relate to me on that. It is January 2019, still in my pajamas. As you can see, I have woken up, I've done my makeup, so I feel like I've had a pretty productive day already, even though it's like I really haven't done that much. I have a meeting in a little bit, so I'm gonna go downstairs and make myself some breakfast. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so for breakfast, I made one of my absolute favorites, avocado and egg on toast. I mean, all I can say about this is I totally get why avocado toast just exploded on the internet. It's just so delicious, and I never really get sick of it. I'm going to start by toasting an English muffin in the toaster. I'm using Oro Wheat Extra Crispy because it's only 140 calories for the muffin, and it actually is super crispy. Next up, in a pan, I'm cooking up 2 egg whites with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm also going to put a lid on my egg whites just to make sure that they get cooked all the way through, because I am pretty picky about that. At this point, once my English muffins were nice and toasty, I took those out of the toaster. I smushed up some avocado and I put that on top. Then I placed my egg whites on top. And then I'm also going to be topping this with some homemade pico de gallo. I really like pico de gallo, partially because it's a really, really good way to add a ton of flavor and a lot of nutrients with just very, very little amount of calories. You'll also see me making a new batch of pico de gallo later on in this video. All right, so this breakfast, according to MyFitnessPal, comes in at around 304 calories, in case you were also counting or curious. All right, so moving on to lunch. Honestly, on this day, I was just so hungry after my meeting that I wanted something super, super quick that I could just kind of throw together. So I literally just kind of put together a quick snack plate. So because we actually ran out of that pico de gallo that we had made a couple days ago, Kevin helped me film another clip so that you guys could see how we pre-make our pico and kind of just keep it in the fridge for the next couple of days. I started out by chopping up some tomatoes, some onions, and cilantro, putting that into a bowl. To that, I also added in some jalapeno. I did take the seeds out of my jalapeno just so that it's not overly spicy, but it still has some kick. Some of the little seeds had still fallen in. So to that, I also added in some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder. I didn't really have fresh garlic, so I just kind of made do. And then to that, I've also added in a little bit of olive oil and some reduced balsamic. So once all of that was combined, I just gave it a quick mix in the bowl, and it was ready to go for the next couple of days. And we can put this on like Buddha bowls, on what you saw for breakfast, on tacos with chips. So on a plate, basically what I did is I took some of these chips that I got from Costco, and yes, I did actually physically count out 17 chips. That was one serving. It was 210 calories, which I know is quite a lot, but everything else on this plate is pretty much vegetables. I also added some hummus with my veggies. So my lunch altogether came in at around 335 calories. All right, so for dinner, I ended up making some shrimp, salad, and rice with some dip that you'll see me making later on in the video. I started out by cooking some white rice on the stove top. I'll be honest, I kind of had to Google how to do this because my rice cooker just broke, but it turned out pretty good, I think. So while my rice was cooking, I chopped up some cucumbers, as well as I decided to be super, super fancy and actually shred some carrots for a little bit of a textural element. So to that, I also added in some chopped mushrooms. I kind of just looked in my fridge to see what I had lots of and what it is that I needed to use up. As for my shrimp, it was already cooked and pink, so all I really had to do at this point is season it and heat it up in the skillet. So to mine, I added my usual salt, pepper, and garlic powder, but to that I also added in a little bit of chili. And I have a little bit of a pro tip. So something I learned from Kevin's dad is when you do buy frozen seafood, after you defrost it, you can place it in between some paper towel, and it'll actually absorb some of the liquid that's kind of left behind from the defrosting process, so that you can still get a nice sear on your shrimp or your scallops or whatever it is that you're making. So once the rice was done, basically everything else was done around the same time, so I just combined it all into a bowl. As for the dipping sauce, I mixed together a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, about a tablespoon of olive oil, some salt, some pepper. I added in about 1/2 of a lime, and obviously some garlic powder, 1/2 of a lime juice. And to that, I also ended up taking some of the leftover cilantro and the leftover jalapeno that I had from my previous meals and from the pico de gallo. I'm all about trying to figure out ways to not waste food. So if you can combine some of those ingredients into a future dish, then why not? So once that was all chopped up and combined, I gave that a really, really good mix. And honestly, I just put that on top of my dinner. So my dinner came in at about 335 calories, which is pretty good. So altogether so far, I have about 200 to 300 calories left over. And I'm sorry I didn't film this, but I do usually like to save a little something for nighttime. Sometimes what I'll have is have a little bit of Greek yogurt or maybe some dark chocolate, maybe some popcorn, maybe some Halo Top. Often I love oatmeal before bed. I don't know, there's just something super, super comforting and cozy about that. So I don't know, it depends on what I'm feeling that evening. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it. So if you want to see more like this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Any support I can get from you guys is greatly appreciated. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon for my next video.